What's up? What's up? What's up? It's 8 o'clock Thursday night on the East Coast, so that means it's time for the No Name Night Show. I'm Don.
I
All right, we here today, here tonight. Hope y'all had a good week since the last time we saw you guys. Um, Thank you for joining us again on the show, and hope y'all, like I said, hope you had a good week and get ready for this holiday weekend. Let me back this up a little bit. Um, Hope everybody is again going to be safe this weekend. You know, boating and driving, drinking and driving, and be cautious out there. The cops, this is the time of year they like to set up roadblocks to try to get you, hemmed up, and you got a big fine. And if you get picked up Friday night, you might not see a judge till Tuesday. So y'all, what I'm saying, drink responsibly. That's all I got to say about that. so yeah. So right now, yes, we're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. You can join the show. The link is in the on the screen right now. Go ahead and click the link, or you can go into the chat box and click on the link in the chat box and join us in the show. We got a damn good show for y'all tonight. I hope y'all ready. I hope y'all ain't don't catch no feelings because um we gonna have us a good show. We might touch on a few things that might get most people upset. But first, let me take care of some business. Um, it was I guess I didn't make myself clear on this topic I said last week on last week's show. If you missed it, let me recap. The last week's show was talking about bad dick reports and other things sexually, but I had made a comment to where that if you are not giving your man fellatio, oral sex, head, whatever you want to call it, then you are pretty much telling him to go get a side chick. So I had a lot of feedback over the week about that comment, and like I'm gonna just say like I said, a lot of questions was what did I mean by that? I wasn't I didn't as far as I know I wasn't talking in code. I know I just stuttered just now, but I wasn't talking in code. It's just like that, you know. Is what I'm pretty much saying is, if if that's something you don't like to do, not to go into that because that's not what we're talking about tonight. But if that's something, just to touch on it real quick, that's something you don't like to do. That's something you need to say around the second or third date when you're getting to know somebody. Like, hey, then you get that man some options. Then it's up to him to decide to mess with you after that. But I suggest guys when you go on these dates, y'all go ahead and ask straight up, like, "Hey, do you do the do?" And if she say nah, well, then you make your decision after that. Well, I can't. I gotta have that done. So you know what I'm saying. So
so that needs to be a part of the interview process.
you gotta get closer. I can't hear.
So that
There
needs
you
to be
go.
a part of the interview process.
That does need to be a part of the interview process. Yes, yes. Well, not interview or the getting to know somebody process. Yes, so they can Uh, somebody be able to make informed decisions if you dating with a purpose. That is, if you just dating for fun, then nah, that don't matter. But you dating with a purpose, and that's something that's very important to you. Having a little special attention, then yeah, that should be something brought up at the beginning of the relationship or beginning of the dating cycle, and what have you. So I hope for anybody out there that didn't understand what I was saying last week. I hope that we was able to get a little bit of communication straightening out and everything like that. So today is the 25th of May. We got a couple days left in this month, and then by this time next week, we halfway through the year.
Right. You're right.
And so we're halfway through the year, and and it's amazing how fast the year has been. The year done went by and everything. Um, So we got a lot to look forward to the next 6 months. I hope everybody out there watching y'all be able to reach all y'all dreams. So real quick, a little bit of business to take care of. We have, if you follow us on the on Sport Lifestyle page, you probably seen it already, but we have our own candles ready for purchase. The link is scrolling at the bottom of the screen right now. So if you want to check out our candles, go ahead. For the next couple of weeks, we'll have a candle of the week. This week we have Egyptian Spice Spoiled Lifestyle in collaboration with Licks Candles. You could check Licks Candles out on Instagram, I believe. Yes, Instagram. Follow Licks Candles. It's a black-owned candle company. We have a collaboration with them. We got 4 signature scents: Egyptian Spice, Vanilla Bean, Cinnamon Bun, and Strawberry Cheesecake. This one right here. This is one Egyptian Spice for y'all ladies that be lonely. I won't say lonely, but the ladies that are alone, but you like the smell of having a man around. The Egyptian Spice has the right blend of um, uh, Arabic aromas and scents to make it smell like kind of like cologne. Not too not too strong of a must, but a very nice one, nice scent and everything like that. So yeah, check us out. You can buy now at spoiledlifestyleshop.com, and these are the Spoiled Lifestyle line of candles. Appreciate you everybody for the business. And once again, before we get into today's show, if you're in the Melbourne and Palm Bay area and you need to get tightened up for this Memorial Day weekend, or you might not this weekend because it might be all booked out. But if you need to get tightened up for Father's Day coming up, that's the next holiday, tighten up for the 4th of July or whatever, you about to go on that cruise, hit up spoiledlifestyle.com and hit that book now button, get you an appointment for anything from cornrows all the way to uh silk presses and everything like that. The first we no cap. We was called something else. This is the truth. The first salon that serviced only braids in Brevard County. We started back in 2012. We went under another name back then. It was Antoinette's Braiding Studio. Fast forward almost 13 years, 11 years later, there's like 6 or 7 braid shops now. But back then, we was the only one where the only thing we did was braids and protect the styles. So you had to go to other salons. They did other stuff plus braiding. No, we was the first ones in Brevard County to do full service braids, and we could stand on that. We got the receipts to prove it and everything like that. So, with that being said, appreciate y'all business for these past couple of years, even though we took a 2 year away, went up north to South Carolina for a couple of years because of the COVID situation. But we came back and we picking up strong. What's up? What's up? We got a little friend in the chat box saying hello. Let me say hello. How you doing,
Hello,
Chrissy?
Kristen.
Welcome back. Welcome back. I hope you're
Welcome.
enjoying it. What I hear that you're supposed to be down in Puerto Rico. Hope you're
No,
enjoying it.
not today.
Oh, not today.
I'm
Oh,
actually tomorrow.
leave tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, though, let me go ahead and send the invite to you again if you want to join the conversation. Right, I'm about to put the invite. Y'all just click the link and hop into the conversation. Tonight, we talking about uh baby mama, baby daddy. Who that is? Who that is? Oh man, that dang song. Oh yeah, she said tomorrow. She saw that dang old song. I think that came out in like but sometime between '98 and 2001. I don't remember the year. I just remember the damn. It's just a dumbass back. Okay, back in the day, in this area, the only R&B, not old school R&B, but only R&B and hip hop station we had back in the day was called 102 Jams, and it's coming out of Orlando. And they used to, that back then they played different. Well, it plays the same thing on the radio all the time, but it ain't like today. Like it was like back then you had to wait. You had to wait for your
For the
son to
hits,
come back
the
on
verse,
so you
yeah.
can try to record it. It ain't like the day to day. You can turn the radio, miss your song, and come back 3 minutes later and catch it. Yeah,
Because
for
they
real.
don't replay it.
They gonna replay it again. But back then it wasn't like that. But yeah, that song used to come on. Used to be a lot of stupid ass songs like "Who That Is, My Baby Daddy," or "Give Me a Ring a Ling if you want some ding a ling." I don't know.
Why? Why would that even be on
I
the
don't
radio?
know where that shit
Why
came
would that
from.
be on the
That was
radio though?
so crazy ass song. And another one in do the stepdaddy. I think that was more like 2001 when I think I remember that when I was in the army. Do the stepdaddy, do the stepdaddy, some shit like that. You ain't my daddy. Shut up,
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Because I
shut
was
up.
not even close to
You
my
know what I'm
stepdaddy.
saying? I was like,
Yeah, my
man.
stepdaddy.
You know, a lot of dumbass song. And then another one was that every now and then you just sit around the house or wherever, or if you driving the car with no music on that one. So it's dumb as hell. It was called Hell to the No. Not the old man version. Not that one. It was another one that came out like 2000 or 2001. Hell to the No. I was like, this shit's stupid, man.
No, I
This
can't
shit made
recall
the
that
damn
one.
radio. Hell to the No. Hey, look it up one day. You'll see it's how stupid it is. But yeah, let's get into one topics of tonight that we're gonna speak on. I wanted to know out there if hope I ain't coming in too loud. Let me get my levels right. I wanted to know, is it disrespectful to refer to the mother or the father of your children as baby mama or baby dad? I got my opinions on that. What you think? What you got
Most
to say?
definitely disrespectful. What I'm okay, it's disrespectful if you are the parent that's doing what you're supposed to do for the children. Now, I can see the deadbeats being that that's my baby daddy, that's my baby mama. But I feel like if well, I feel like if you're not doing anything for the children, you are baby daddy, baby mama.
Yeah, that's what I say. I was like, even though, what I'm saying, just a little backstory on me for y'all out there listening podcast world. I've been up to bat 2 times already. This is my third marriage right here. And even though I don't get along too good with the my other children's mother, I never referred to them as baby mama, near one of them. Um, I don't care what they refer to me. They might talk shit about me all day long, but I never talk shit about them or anything like that. Um, s- anything. So I just think that that to me, even though I don't get along with them, I don't like the term baby mama. I would never use baby mama. I might say that's such and such mama. Like go like I might say that's such and such mom. That's about as low as I go. Or I might refer to them as that's the mother of my children, but I will never say baby mama, even though eh, whatever,
They disrespecting the children though when they're not taking care of the children. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right, yeah, that's when that happens, yeah, then and that's true. But to me, I would never do that. I would never. I try not to. Sometimes I see.
What?
Sometimes you try your best to stay neutral as possible, but sometimes you do gotta defend yourself. But we'll get into that later on. We like to welcome to the show T. Chris. What's your opinion on this topic?
Hey y'all, hey y'all.
Oh, what's up?
I think you know what. If you look at what the position is when you're talking about a dad and a mom, it's not a baby daddy. It's not a baby mama. Okay, you're the mother of the child. You're the dad of the child, the father of the child. So we have to understand the connotation for baby mama and baby daddy has been always negative. It
Right,
almost
right. I agree. I think that we should have started off with that. To me, yeah, that do. It's very negative. It's a negative connotation. I don't. It ain't no way you can say that in a respectful way.
Right. You always when they say, "Oh, I had to talk to my baby mama," it's always like, okay, it was some drama associated with it.
Drama
Oh,
associated with it.
this is a
Yeah.
woman I don't really care for, but I had a with, or this is a man I don't care for, but I had a kid with. I think we need to change the narrative on that and understand that if two parents are attentive and active in a child's life, you are yet the father and the mother of that child, and it should be a respected title. Any
Right. It should
parents
be
who are,
respect.
yeah.
So do you think when somebody refers to the other as a BM or a BD, is 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 that open that person up to disrespect from somebody else?
I don't like the term. Like I feel like, you know, like I say, I think it's just used in a negative way. My baby mama said this, or my baby daddy did this, and nah, we can't associate. I mean, yes, and first of all, the child could be 18 years old, and we still
Yeah.
saying baby mama and
Hell
baby
yeah.
daddy. The child's not a baby anymore. So
Yeah. Yeah, you're right about that.
what
Yeah.
you gonna say, my adult mama? Like well, how you gonna put it? Your adult child. Like you don't say that. So I
Or
don't
once they
know
get older,
how.
you don't even have to call them anything because it's, it's it's a void. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to call them nothing. That's left up
Right,
to the children to say, "Mommy, daddy situation." Because once they turn
right.
18, I don't think you even should have any. You know what I'm saying? If y'all wasn't on great terms, then there should be anything.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, once my oldest two kids turned 18, I deleted their mom's phone out my number.
All right. Well, here's the
Like
thing. Listen,
the
listen though. Listen though. Okay.
same day.
Okay, we talk about this a lot. You can get married and get divorced and you can separate and you'll never have to talk to that person again.
Right.
But unfortunately, when you decide to have children with that person, no matter if you delete, block, whatever, if those kids are still active in both of your lives and they have things going on further in their lives, such as getting married or
Yeah.
having kids of their own, you're somewhat still going to have some kind of interaction with one another, whether it's like up close and personal, or if y'all are at a distance. If your son or your daughter have a child,
Yeah.
and you know what I'm saying, y'all gonna somewhat come together because it's both of your grandchild.
Oh, right.
They're
Yeah.
married.
That's I agree with you on that. It's just that you that's you switch from having to wanting to, if that makes sense. You know,
Optional. Yeah,
right? Because when they're under 18, you have to communicate with
correspond.
the other parent. You should. It doesn't happen, but you have to communicate with the other parent. But once they're grown, if we could be at the same wedding. I'll nod my head at you, but I don't I don't gotta go conversate with you. Or unless it's some type of agreement that okay, we'll go half on this wedding, or we'll go half on little June bugs graduation if they have a child, then that's something different. But the type of conversations might change. And you know what? Now that I think about it, that's probably why people get remarried older than like the kids out the damn picture, and they work whatever problem they had out and get back together.
Right. I
And when
think
they
Yeah,
get
in
old,
situations it does happen like that. But I'm only reason why I'm saying what I'm saying because it's just disrespectful. Period. When there's one person taking care of the child, so yes, he's my baby daddy.
right? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree with that. I agree. I agree with that. If that's the case, then yeah, no, what
And really shouldn't even be the daddy of
that's
the
the
child
least.
anyway.
That's as respectful of being
I don't know.
respectful. No,
I don't
no.
call baby daddy. I don't say that term. That's
No,
I
that's.
mean,
it's a difference. Like we're not gonna call people that's active
I'm just
in
gonna
their
say you
children's
the
life.
you're the man that
that had
impregnated
I had a kid
me,
with.
that I have to deal with. You're the
Well, we
man.
don't even have to acknowledge that man at all, man or
But
woman.
I think you acknowledge it when you put baby daddy. Like, listen,
No, I'm talking
I
about
don't.
that's a label. I think ghetto chicks say that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People
I think
that's hood and that has problems with they baby mamas, baby daddy. They say stuff like that.
I
But
was. I will still refer to him as my child's father. That's what I would
Yeah.
say. It's just not. It's
no,
not my
I'm,
term. It's. I mean, people have developed that into their own opinion of how they want to perceive that, and that's fine. It's I feel like if you are amicable with each other, then it should be a respect factor of this is my mother, this is my child's father, this is my child's mother. Or matter of fact, why we gotta say baby dad? Let's just call them by their name. But
I mean, yeah,
Right,
Charles
yeah.
yeah,
and Bob.
Yeah,
you,
you definitely do that.
yeah,
You
yeah.
most definitely do that. But
Right.
baby daddy is more respectful than sperm donor. You agree?
Well, but listen, here's the thing. Listen. It's all about um how you fit in this picture. Okay, if
Mm-hmm.
you are a father that or a dad that decided that you didn't want to be a part of that child's life, but you want to come back on holidays, no, unfortunately, you're not the dad. You're not the dad. You just moved over and let Jim Bob come into the picture. You're not the dad. Jim Bob's the dad now.
Yeah,
So
yeah, right.
we can't acknowledge you as baby daddy. No, Jim Bob became baby daddy right now, and possibly husband. Unfortunately, no, Bobby, you're out of the picture.
No,
we're
that's
not
right.
we're
Right.
not acknowledging you. Sorry. Try again. You know, you once you decide, huh?
No, go ahead.
I was just saying, okay, this is how I feel about, that's a very tender subject for me because I, as a teacher, also witnessed this from the perspective of how broken these kids are with not having um, that father figure in their life or that attentive father or that healthy, attentive father, right? So these kids are coming to school distorted. They already got inflicted trauma. And so, you know, I have a child in my class who daddy has decided he wanted to just, hey, I done it as much as I want to. I don't want to do it no more.
Wow. Oh, we lost. Wow, that was a good story again too, but we seemed like we lost connection with Chrissy. But yeah, I don't know where she was going with that. Far as what it got to do with what we're talking about tonight. Once again, oh, there she is. Uh, but let's see what she was trying to say. All right, we got you back. You must have went through a tunnel or something.
I don't know. It just
Oh, well,
clicked
real
off.
quick, hold on. Everybody out there, if you want to join the chat, the link is in the chat box right there. Just click that link and hop on in and tell us what you think about the situation. We're talking about baby daddy, baby mamas that disrespect. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I feel we have to understand that if you choose to be a parent or you choose not to be a parent, it is ramifications both positive and negative that's associated with your choice of whether to parent a child or not. And when it comes to baby daddies having the option to whether they want to parent or whether they do not want to parent, then understand that if you're leaving the authority to the per se mother, then you do not get the authority to jump in when you choose to, or when you feel like somebody's coming in, or when you feel like you want to make a presence. That's not how life goes. So either be there and be present, or don't be there at all. I don't feel like you should go back and forth with a kid. That's not fair to them.
That's true. Not at all. And then and it's not stable either.
It's not
The
what?
house,
I
the
didn't.
household's not stable. Also,
Right. It's not healthy. And of course, kids are going to deflect on it however they choose to, and they're going to react to it. And where they might not say it to you in your face, these kids are experiencing some instability, and they're just not comfortable with that. And I'm not saying you have to stay together for kids, but I think it should be a cognitive decision on how you're going to move forward when the choice is not that you guys going to be together. You know what I'm saying? Healthy parenting is number one.
Most definitely.
So it plays in respect. You can't be co-parenting without a respect factor for both parties.
Right.
oh, I agree with you on that. Well, that's what's going on with that right now. Okay, we everybody's pretty much in agreement that baby mama, baby dad has a very very disrespectful term to use for the child of the other child, the other parent of your child. There, I got it out. Dang, hallelujah. But anyway, anyway though, so let's go. Let's stay in this same vein and everything. What about? Let me ask a question. let me ask a question real quick. Is let's talk about how we why we do or why we don't divvy up that tax money at tax time.
Ooh. Okay, listen.
Now, is that
Okay, that's a
problem if
tender
the person
subject.
or y'all together or not together?
Not together.
Hmm.
Not
Okay,
together.
not together. Here we go.
Yeah.
Positive parenting. Parent active 50-50 custody, meaning
Uh-huh.
both parents are seeing the child equally,
Mhm.
correct? So the
Mhm.
child is staying in both parents' home equally. All right. That's a split of a tax refund if you are getting a refund, and it's a every other year parents rotate on who's
Right,
gonna
right. In a perfect world.
in a positive, healthy co-parenting relationship. That
Right.
would be the most idea that the court system would also enforce too. Hey, you guys are amicable, let's go ahead and, split it. They do, I think, with parents, they do even and odd. So, you claim the baby, the odd, maybe the mother might claim that baby in the even years, and the father might claim the child in the odd years.
Right.
However, if they are both equally taking care of the kid in a responsible manner, it might be a decision to say, hey, even if I claim the child, I will split it because we're both
Okay. What
at.
about every other weekend situation? What you think
Okay, so if you was to classify that according to the law, a child has to be in the custody of the parent for 6 months or more. That does not equate to 6 months or more. And
Oh, right. To file. The
uh,
file. Yeah, you talking about to file. I'm talking
yes, to
about
file, to
I'm
file
talk
the
In
child.
the law,
I'm talking about who, regardless of who files, sharing the tax return.
I think that depends on the parties that's involved. It depends on the relationship they have. If it's
Right.
a respected relationship, I don't think it would be a problem whether the man or the woman. Now, it also depends on circumstances. It's not just a complete clear yes I'll claim or no I'll claim. It's circumstances associated with it. According to the law, it also dictates who makes the more money also, and
Oh
who
yeah.
yeah, and who's putting more of the financial burden of raising a child. So that person who is getting a child every other weekend is not caring for that child over 50% of the time that they're in their custody. I mean, it's they're not caring for the child over 50% of the time.
Okay, that may be true, right? But okay. See, this the funny thing. This is the funny thing when it this the funny thing coming from a guy's perspective when it comes to a situation like this. When around tax time, when tax time come around, that's when that's when women all of a sudden want to follow that court order to the T. To the T.
I think so.
But throughout the year, that dang court order comes a little bit more flexible for some reason. That you know what I'm saying? So what let me explain what I'm saying.
are you talking about the women that's on child support?
I'm talking about the women that we talking about you live in separate households, you're on child support. Now now if what you just said, according to the law, the child where the child spends the most money, that's who has rights to the money, rights to the taxes and whatever. I agree with you with that and everything like that. We're gonna follow the law. We're gonna follow the law in February, or we're gonna follow the court order in February. But the other 11 months, y'all expect. And that's when I say. Now I'm talking about you personally. When I say women, y'all expect us to kind of bend and flex that rule a little bit. What I mean by that is, okay, if we following the law, if I pay you child support, I don't have to do nothing else after that. But that won't stop you from calling the axe for something extra. You understand what I'm saying? If we
Oh,
going by the rule of the court, if we going by the rule of the court order, because child support supposed to cover field trips, extracurricular activities, grocery, whatever the hell, you know what I'm saying? But that won't stop you from asking for more money. But then when tax time come around, no, this all my money.
Okay, so let's break
You know what
that
I'm
down.
saying? You understand what I'm saying? Now tax time. Now if you got a involved father, I don't care if it's 50-50 or 60-40 or 70-30. If he's there, if he get his kids every weekend, he helps, he pays support on time. He might even look out a little extra and cover something that the kid is that got into, which he's not required to do because child support already covers everything for the child,
But do
regardless of
you?
how much he paid.
But Marquise, do
I'm
you?
just wait, hold on, let me just finish my statement. Then you can go.
Okay,
I don't see why when tax season come around, if you getting back $6,000, why you can't break brother off 1,500?
okay. So let's break
15, you know what I'm
let's
saying?
break down how
Yeah.
actually how much it costs to raise a child. Okay,
Yes,
so two people laid down and made a baby, created a baby,
that's
and it
true.
did not say when you create this baby that you're going to have less of the burden to take care of the child, or you're going to have more of the burden to take care of the child. Sometimes it just falls where the mother end up having full custody of the child, and yes, the father is the visiting parent.
Right.
If you look at the statistics, child support is not even a portion of how much it costs to raise a child. As you mentioned, child support is just the basis of a financial avenue to take care of the child, but
Uh-huh.
it does not take care of the child in whole. So that child who goes to school and plays sports, they got sports fees. That child
Right.
who goes to school and they have a growth spurt and they need clothes regular, the parent has to buy clothes regularly. That's
Right.
not covering all of that. So when you say that the dad or the the non-custodian parent, because that's what they call it. It's custodian
Right.
and
Not custodial.
non-custodian.
Yep.
No two custodians in this court of law, at least in the state of Florida. So you got the non-custodian parent getting a child every other weekend or whatever. That again, according to the law, that does not fall on the 6 months of the year that child is in the custody of that non-custodian parent.
Right.
So we have to break it down. That person who is the custodian parent, I'm not even gonna say mother, because it is some fathers that has custody of their kids more than the
Right.
mother. I'm gonna say the custodian parent who has the custody of the child is spending 10 times more than what that child support order is saying. Because from my experience of having girlfriends, they're spending tons of money on their kid. And one particular girlfriend only get $50 a week for her child. And guess what? She pays for aftercare. So out of that $200 that month that she got of that for that child support, over 150 went straight to after school care and before
Okay.
school care. So she didn't get nothing from that. Nothing.
I mean, it went to the aftercare though, right?
Yeah, but that child that didn't pay for no food, that didn't pay for no clothes, that didn't pay for the transportation back and forth to school. It didn't pay for when that child had to that child got sick and she had to go pay that copay for the doctor visit,
Right.
or missing that day out of work because that child was
Well,
sick.
she
So,
was going to have to pay copay regardless, because because either is one of three things happen. Either she got Medicaid, or the father got insurance,
oh
or
Lord,
she got insurance. So you can't count copay. You was gonna pay
oh
copay
medical
regard. That's
medical.
that's that's another thing women like to do. Y'all, I mean, women that have the children like to do. Y'all like to count stuff that y'all was gonna have to pay for anyway.
Okay, but
As
that's the same. That's what you're saying.
huh? Say again. Oh, we lost. She must have lost collection. Yeah, that's copay was something you're gonna pay for. Even if you wasn't paying for insurance, somebody's paying for insurance. If you getting child support, the state paying for insurance. Somebody paying for insurance. So if you go see you are you back? Okay. Hello. Oh, we could see you, but we can't hear you. I don't know what happened.
But let's be honest, that other custodian parent who had their child in their custody for over 6 months, they are the ones that should claim the child according to the
Oh,
law.
I'm not.
That's
I'm
right.
not. I'm not debating who should claim. All I'm saying,
You saying break
all
the
I'm
non-custodian.
saying is, all I'm saying is, if I'm an active father, can I get 1,500 out of that 6,000?
I would say at the father, that very high medical bill that your son that came from that your son playing sports that you wanted him to be in, that you
Right.
chose not pay for it. We're gonna go ahead and deduct that out of that 1,500. Okay, that's 700. All right.
No, no,
Also,
let me stop you right there because because if I'm paying for insurance, which I would be obligated to do under child support, then he wouldn't have no outstanding medical bill. So
well,
so
a
so
lot of
let's try something else.
but a lot of parents pays for the insurance, but the mother is left with the outstanding bill. So let's be
Now
honest. A lot,
that well they might get stuck with it, but they ain't supposed to have it. That's supposed to be split down the middle.
but
Which
remember, medical doesn't work like that. It works with a deductible, right? You have to meet that
right,
deductible before
you got
it's
to
gonna
pay the
kick. So,
deductible before the insurance kick in.
right. So
So So if the father is responsible, well, if it's Medicaid, you don't got to worry about it. It's going to get paid for anyway. But if the father is responsible for insurance, either way, the father is responsible. So either the father, he's paying child support, and part of child support goes towards Medicaid, or the father got child support on his job, and that's covering the child. I
that's
don't
covering the
know.
medical, but let's if the child don't go, if you're not okay, let's say that daddy has is required by law to provide medical for their child, right?
Right,
Let's be
which
honest.
which
When he
most
when
child
he goes,
supports are,
huh?
which most child supports are. Yeah.
Okay, so when he go elect his benefits, he gonna elect the most expensive benefits for the deductible because he doesn't want all that money coming out of his account, right, or his
Right.
paycheck
Right.
every
Right.
week.
Right.
Whatever.
Right.
So that means that deductible is going to be sky high. So that means that child had to go to the doctor multiple times before it'll kick in and had to pay towards that deductible. So that's not
Right.
fair. If that parent decide to get the most expensive, most highest deductible because he just want to meet the bare minimum requirements
I
for
mean,
providing
okay,
None of that's making any sense.
I hear what you're saying, but at the
Always the
same
income tax.
at the same time though, if I'm shopping around for insurance, I'm thinking what's the chances one of my children gonna break their leg?
oh
The
very
chance, the
high.
chances, the
It,
chance.
it,
Well, I don't know. I'm just going. I come in the era where we actually played outside. Kids don't play outside no more, and all of me and my brothers we made it without breaking a limb. That's all. So I'm just saying, you gotta think. You gotta think. He's not thinking like that. So why am I gonna pay a higher thing and nothing might ever happen? You understand what
okay.
I'm saying?
When it does happen, then you're now squirming for how you're gonna pay for that expensive hospital bill, and now
Yeah,
that's
now you squirming to pay
on
for that expensive hospital bill. That's when them taxes hit. Like, hey, let me go get 1,500 on this
so no, that's
on
when
this
that's
hospital
when that
bill.
other that's when that I'm sorry, that's when that custodian parents say, hey, Jimmy, remember when you had that high deductible and it took us a long time to meet it? I'm gonna go ahead and deduct that money out of that taxes that I was gonna give you, and unfortunately, you're gonna get $2.40. I'm just playing.
Okay. Now you say no, no, now keep the same energy. Now keep the same energy. Okay. Okay. You talking to you Jimmy, your ex-husband. It's it's
Okay.
it's April 15th. Your son go on a field trip on April 17th. You just paid all the bills. He can't go unless unless somebody pay for this field trip. Who you calling? You calling
Um.
Jimmy. You call, you calling Jimmy. And the first thing Jimmy gonna
Jimmy
say,
can pay for
nah,
the chicken.
remember
But
back in February? I just wanted
chime
$1,500.
in, Charmaine. Chime in.
No, I'm just saying. You
Okay,
remember you
so
remember you remember back in February when I needed that y'all wanted to get that 1,500. Now figure it out.
Okay. Look, me
So
and Jimmy gonna be on a baby daddy, baby mama relationship.
why we gotta be like why we got I mean why we why, why y'all gotta be like
Look,
that?
wow.
Jimmy and
Why
Cheryl are
y'all
not
gotta
gonna
be
get
like
along.
that? Why hold on real quick? Why y'all gotta be like that when you could have extended the olive branch at the beginning? You're like, you know what? Okay, I don't like that the fact that he picked the highest damn insurance deductible, but he has came throughout the year when I needed little extras done. So 1,500 out of 6,000 ain't nothing to me. First of all, it's free money. You ain't do nothing but have kids to get that extra $3,000. You ain't have to go to work longer. You ain't have to work later. You ain't have to work 3 4 jobs. You're gonna regardless how many kids you got, you're gonna get the credit, right? So
Well,
people. I don't understand why people acting like that's their money, like they went out there and worked for that
it
money.
is. It
Okay,
is
okay,
because
okay. Now, yeah, I do
go ahead,
understand where you're
chime
coming
in.
from. I totally do understand where you're coming from. But if you got a bitter,
uh
if you have a bitter baby, well, child's father, child's mother, let's
yeah.
say that if they are bitter, you doing everything that you're supposed to do, far as paying child support, making sure that the kids are going to the doctor and you taking care of sports and all this and the third. She is she or he is not gonna give up that extra money because they don't want you to pay that, put that money, spend that money on somebody else.
Well, you know that. Well, hey,
That's usually be some of the
Hey,
conversations that be going
that's
on.
crazy.
They
Then
say,
you know
"Oh
what I'm saying.
no, you're not gonna get no extra money from me because you might be taking such and such, out or doing other things with your other kids with the money."
Oh, yeah, hey, what can you say? What can you do about that? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, there's nothing you can do with it. You can't do nothing about it, but at the same time, like I say, why not give me some
Yeah,
of the money?
I just thought, that's just the question I had. If I ain't talking about somebody ain't helping you out, period. I'm talking about he do what he's supposed to do, and he do extra stuff. And then when tax time come around, you claim the kids, you get back $6,000, $7,000. I don't see what's the problem with
It's
shooting him 1500. What's 1500
it
gonna?
just
There's no
kid or
problem with
or multiple kids? Is it just
Huh?
one kid, or you talking about multiple kids?
Let's say y'all was married, got divorced, y'all got the two kids. I'm talking about are
All right,
y'all
two
kids.
kids, easy. Split it. You claim one, I claim the other. There you go. Even
See, now that's
option.
cool. That's cool. That's
that's
cool.
normally
You
what
claim
happens.
one,
But
I
when
claim
Yeah.
it's
the other.
one
Let's just make
child,
it even.
and you've been doing your part, and then all of a sudden when it comes, that person disappeared. They forgot that it was income tax season. They
What you
don't
say?
cost
Say that
anything.
again.
I said when it's one child and it's
Uh-huh.
time for you to split the money with the other parent, it seems like it's a hard thing to do.
I don't know if it's a split the money though. I think it's
I'm
it
not gonna
depends.
say split the money, but give something to the other parent because
So
we ain't do that all by
I wasn't even
ourselves.
looking for no split. I was just saying like what? I don't even know what percentage that
Look
is.
out!
That's
Look
well,
out!
it depends on
1500.
the relationship. It depends on the relationship. And to be honest,
Yeah, look
It
it
like
up.
this
does.
is
It does depends on the relationship. That's what I was saying. If that other child's, if your child's mother, child's father is bitter, y'all not on good terms. You're not gonna see no money at all.
I think I well that goes back to listen, whether you look at how important is the relationship with your child in regards to the other parent. I think sometimes we get into our feelings and we always thinking about ourselves. Let's think about that child. If the son is seeing a well-rounded mother and father, shouldn't you think when you think you put your child's needs first? So if it takes closing your mouth, stop arguing with this parent, and be cordial and be amicable for the betterment of your child, then you need to do that. I think over time, that healthiness that you promote will eventually turn into okay, this dude or this woman is actually being a better person. So maybe we can get to a place that we understand how we can help one another, right?
Right.
So it just depends on the position of how you go about the relationship between each other.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's I said I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with looking out. If you hey, look out if he doing what he supposed to do, ain't nothing wrong with looking out at all. Go ahead and look out for a brother. Long, go ahead, let me get that 1500. Let me hold something. I think for all the brothers out there,
Everybody happy. Said everybody be happy.
everybody be happy. Everybody be happy. Trust me, man. That 1500 will go a long way because you're gonna get back more than 1500 throughout the year. Trust me, because he gonna remember that you looked out for him. So you're gonna get back.
Right. I think, yeah, I mean, I think, truthfully, the reason why child support is looked upon as such a controversial subject is because of the elements that the two people are going through.
Uh
If
huh.
two people came to an agreement that they were going to respect one another and just do, look out for one another. Not to say that you gotta like each other so much, but let's respect each other for the position that you play. If you're a good father, you're a good father. You're a good mother, you're a good mother. Not whether you was a good partner or not. That's the relational aspect of it. Let's look at the mother and father dynamic. And if you're a good parent in general, I don't think it would be a problem for a decent person to say, hey, you're a good man. You're a good father to our child. So, you know what? Here you go. Or if the dad has the child, here, I wanted to give you some extra because I know that you've been looking out. Like, it's just about promoting that healthy relationship. That's all it is. And we actually need to normalize that.
Yeah, we need to normalize co-parenting. We need to stop this uh, abandonment because we bitter, and or controlling the situation because we bitter. So we gotta come together for the benefit of the children and everything like that. And I agree with you on that. Co-parenting should be easy. Should be getting along. Y'all already agreed that y'all don't want to be together now. Let's just focus on the kid. Anything else? Anything else is just shenanigans. Or be it
Yeah, that's
bullshit.
drama. Yeah,
I I
it
I
is. It
totally
should be
agree.
like that.
It's hard to in today's world that we'll be able to agree on trying to be co-parenting for these children because look at what's going on right now. The mothers can't even take care of the kids they do have because it's not a father in the home, and the father is not even trying to be a part of the kids. So it's a lot going on with that. So we really do need to start some groups up.
Yeah, yeah, that would be good. Look, because like the old saying, "Go take a village to
It
raise a
does. So
child."
it just let somebody else come in and help you
You need
out
some
with it.
help. I don't know. Christina, we all about what 3-4 years apart. We in the same age group, 80s babies, whatever.
Uh huh.
Um, is it just me? I know me and Charmaine talked about this, and we in agreement. It's like the, the grandmothers ain't the grandmothers of back in the day, right?
Yes, that is true.
Like I remember, man. I tell Charmaine this so much. I was over as a kid. I was over my grandma's house so much. People thought I stayed there. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Now, I could, and I now I'm my oldest is 22 going on 23, and I could probably count on my hand how many times when he was a little kid or a young teenager, uh either of his grandparents came and got him or anything like that. It's like what happened?
I,
Why
I,
our parents didn't pay it forward like somebody looked out for them?
well, to be honest, what happened is our generation, the generations before that overwhelmed the grandparents. You had the grandparents rescuing the children a lot,
Mhm.
their children, and so they took that avenue, that burden of raising the kids. Well, now we live in the 21st century where we got TikToks and stuff like that, and these grandmothers are not grandmothers. These grandmothers are cougars. Okay, these grandmothers wants to get their Stella got their groove back.
Yeah.
Okay, they don't want to change diapers and be in the house on a Friday, Saturday. They want to go out club hopping and stuff. So
Yeah, they
the
trying to compete with
dynamics
the young
of,
girls, huh?
yeah, they want to, they looking good. They actually getting surgeries and everything. So the grandmothers are not the ones that's wearing the house coats and sitting on the porch with the house slippers on. The grandmothers are the ones that, they're getting even BBLs. All right.
Dang.
So
Yeah.
these these grandmothers don't want to be grandmothers. I saw a video where this girl, I think she had to be about 24 maybe, and she had two kids, and she was videoing her mother getting mad at her for trying to bring the kids over her house, and the mother was cursing her out and saying like, you are wrong to be bringing these children over my house. I said no, so you need to take them home.
What was the
And she was
circumstance
saying,
though?
go
What was the
ahead.
circumstances?
The grandmother just didn't want to do it. She says that the daughter, she said, you're always bringing these kids over here and leaving them over here for days at a time, and I don't want to do it. And the daughter thought that he actually, I think what happened is she had a conversation with her mom over the phone, and the mom said no. But the daughter still brought the kids over, and at this point, the mother is mad because she said, you didn't respect my decision to not watch the kids. And I think her goal for bringing the kids over was, hey, you're not going to deny your grandkids when they're over here. But she was staying steadfast to it. She said no, and she meant no. And the daughter, it went viral because she actually that was her top of the discussion. She was like, when do grandparents deny their grandchildren? That was her hashtag. And so it went viral. And to be honest, I agree with the mother. Not the mother, sorry. I agree with the
Right, I
grandmother.
agree. I
You
would agree
can't
with
just
that.
love both of them.
If you coming over there all the time, that's different. I'm not. That's the other extreme. You that's the other extreme. The one extreme I was mentioning where the grandparents, like back in the day, like yo, bring them grandbabies over my house. That's how our grandmas did us.
Right.
Stuff like that. I'm talking about grandparents that don't do stuff like that. They don't come by pick up the grandkids. That's the extreme I'm talking about. The scenario you just described, that's another extreme. I wouldn't want to deal with that either. If they over there all the dang time, just so you can, it's one thing if you going to work, going to school, but if you dropping them off all the time so you can go out, nah,
Right.
that's why you got children now, because you don't know how to sit your ass down. Sit down some damn well.
That's
Make this macaroni and chicken nuggets. We'll sit there and watch what's that damn Frozen for the 15th time and be your damn mama, man. You know what I'm saying? And wait till
everybody that
at least wait till they're a little bit more independent. You know what I mean?
but I think it goes back to healthy parenting. I don't think
Healthy
that
parenting. Oh, maybe
yeah.
she didn't get to talk the tools.
Yeah, she didn't get it herself, so she's not going to exhibit it, with her own kids. It's a cycle, it's a generational cycle. If you're not exposed to something and you see it, it's not going to
Yeah.
happen. And you have to educate these people on being healthy parents, healthy grandparents, even grandparents. I know a grandma that she got her grandkids all the time. Matter of fact, I ain't never seen a mama.
Dang.
To be honest.
She
And
must be
she
out
don't
there
complain.
unless she drive trucks or something. She must be out there.
I
That's
She,
crazy.
I know.
who, the mama or the grandma?
I was talking about the mom. So you never see the kids with the mother.
I think she just, a lot of parents got a lot of problems, and I think, that decent grandparent. It's a catch-22 with this. You could be a good grandparent, but you can also be an enabler of your own children by
Yeah.
rescuing, such as you don't want the children, their grandchildren, you don't want the grandchildren to suffer, so you rescue them from the parents. But all it does is enable the parents to continue to do what they want to do. So it's a
Right,
catch
right.
20.
You kind of rewarding, so to speak, bad behavior, so to speak. But
Yeah, you
yeah,
reward.
I understand what's saying. What you gonna say? I'm sorry.
What I was gonna say is, but by us
I
growing up
can't
in
hear you, Charmaine.
the '80s, we, a lot of us haven't had the parents there to show us how to do certain things. So the ones that grew up in the '80s, say that has probably adult kids right now, they just haven't been able to instill those skills into their adult kids because they didn't have the skills.
Right.
So it's a lot of that going on, and that's probably one of the reasons why the grandmothers and grandfathers are not doing what they're supposed to do because hey, they couldn't even
I'm
tell their own children, you know, either school their own children on what to do and how to do it. They wouldn't even
right.
be coming and saying, "Hey, could you come get the grandkids?" It'll be an automatic thing.
But the grandmothers and the grandfathers ain't grandma. They not old. They 40, 50 years old.
And
Like
I know.
that might be the other thing too. They had kids young, and then
these
their
grandparents.
kids turned around had kids young, so they never really had no break. You know
So
what I'm
they not
saying?
they're not like they're not like the grandparents we grew up with. These
Right now they
grandparents are young and they do not want to be. They'll tell you quickly, I done raised my kids. I'm not raising nobody else. I'm not
right.
raising grandbabies. So that's their That's their mentality now. But I mean, I hope that one day we go back to that motherly grandparent and fatherly grandpa, because truthfully, these kids don't have nobody to run to. If they got bad parents, then you
Right,
gotta,
right.
you
Well,
got
no, knock on wood. I hope none of my children have kids so they at least in their 30s. But when that time comes, I'm ready to be that great grandpappy from back in the days, that old school
what what
grandpappy.
what you gonna let them call you? Because that's
Oh my!
a
I
lot.
already know my name. My name gonna be Pappy.
Babby. Okay.
Pappy. Pappy.
Oh,
Pappy.
Pappy. Okay,
Yeah.
you Pappy. What you gonna be, Charmaine?
Mm-mm.
She probably gonna be sweet potato.
I can't hear you, Charmaine. I can't hear you.
Butterscotch.
I'm not
Butterscotch.
even ready yet for the grandkids because I know
Nana.
I'm gonna be spoiling them too.
Nana.
You know, I don't look like no
Mima.
mama.
Mima.
No me mom.
Mima, that's a big one. Mima, they don't want to
Mm,
be called real.
Big
I'm
Mama.
gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you a story. My grandmother, she died in January this year, and she never let me call her grandma. She
What?
told me from the time I can remember, I never. Her name is Juanita. She used to have us call her Neat Neat. It was never grandma. When we referred to her as grandma, she would get us told. She said, "Don't call me grandma. I don't want to be called that." And we never did.
Mm,
I would refer to her as grandma to other people, but to her, I never said grandma. I don't remember one time saying grandma to my grandmother, and
yeah.
she didn't want to be called it, and we honored that. But it's kind of
That's
weird.
hey, that's what's up. No, no, no,
Yeah,
no, that's cool. It's good that she had that relationship. She wanted y'all to call her by a different name. I definitely want mine to call me Pappy. Don't call me nothing else
yeah,
but Pappy. That's my grandpappy right there.
I know. I
Uh,
told the children I was like, I had to get them a name for my mama. I was like, call her Nene. Don't call her
Shemay, you
grandma.
sound distant. I can't hear you very clear.
I'm all the way.
Come in a little closer.
I'm all the way up on the mic.
no,
See,
she just gotta speak
Yeah,
up. She
there you
talking
go.
like she in church, but yeah,
well, anyway, like I said, I made sure that the grandkids, my children and my sister's children, call my mama Nene because she was like, I'm not the grandma. I was like, well,
Oh,
what?
that's
You one of the
for real.
sisters? You one of the sisters or something? What you got going on?
Hey,
I'm trying to figure it out. Like, if you don't want to be
no.
the grandma, what you got going on?
what you want to be, right? What are you?
Mm.
At this point,
Oh, real quick, let me tell you this real quick. I don't know if you caught the beginning of the show. The candles are now ready for sale on our website. I know you showed interest in the candles the other day. They are
Oh,
now ready
okay.
for sale. They're ready for sale. You had your eyes on that strawberry cheesecake, so you can
Strawberry cake on
go
point.
ahead and order that on the website and pick it up the next
Okay.
time you see it or whatever.
All right. Yeah, yeah.
Um. So yeah, I'm glad we got that out the way. So
I know.
so so let's go back.
Lord,
Let's
mercy.
go back to let's circle back. Let's circle back to child support real quick before we get out of here in a few minutes. What's your take on the child support?
Uh, as far as volunteering to put yourself on
Period.
child support or the court ordered
Yeah,
child support,
yeah. What you think? You think the government should be involved, or that's something two people should work out on their own? What's your thought?
I think it shouldn't. I think you should be, if you making kids, you didn't ask the government to help you make kids. I feel like it should be a mutual discussion of, hey, let me take care of my child just like you're taking care of my child. So what can we come up with would be a reasonable amount that we could work on, supporting our child. I mean, I know that's an idea situation,
Right,
but
right,
we
right,
really need to stop involving so much of the government in our business like that. You know what I'm saying? These kids are yours.
right,
Why do we have to always associate when we have problems with the government? They just laughing at us,
right.
and mocking us.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I believe if two people come together and make out a plan, then stick with it. I got a girlfriend who, she ain't got her dad, she ain't got her she called him baby daddy now. She
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
have
yeah.
her baby daddy up for child support. He just give her a certain amount of money every week. He get paid weekly, so he gives her a certain amount of money weekly, and that's what it is. And it's been that way since the child been born, and it's been 9 years now. So
Okay.
they got to understand it. Yeah, do
Right.
he give her extra money sometimes when he has it? Yes, he actually do. So it can happen. It's very much possible if two people are amicable with each other.
That's the ideal situation, that if two people can come together and see on the guy's end, he really have to be able to trust her too, because he could be doing everything he's supposed to do, and then years later she can all of a sudden, I don't know, for whatever reason, say, no, you ain't never gave me nothing, and tell the folks at the court that, and now he got all those back years of child support to pay.
Well, in
So
that
that it go ahead.
I was gonna say, in that case, then of course, I hate to say this, but you keep your receipts, baby. Like,
Yeah,
truthfully,
you got to keep
you
your
put
receipts, and you got to keep your receipts, and you got to pray that you got a fair judge, because he
well,
might
no,
he or
I
she
heard,
he or she
I
might look at
heard
that those for gifts. You know what I'm saying?
No, you put, for example, like, we don't use checks that much, but if you put on a check that's documented for support of my child, that's
Right.
documentation. The courts
That's
can't
true.
dismiss that. This is support for my child. The courts can't see what it is we fail to document.
Right.
And not to say that it has to be like a strife between the two people, but the truth of the matter, if you're taking care of your child, you should be saying like, "Hey, I'm paying this, I'm paying that." We as women, even, we don't deliberately document, but we know how much money we're spending on our child. So the man,
Right.
to be honest, if you feel like a situation could happen like that, just pay the woman in, don't pay her in cash. Put it in a check or a money order.
How do you
Or
view child support? Do you view child support as reimbursement for expenses, or is it uh on top of money, extra money that you was going to spend anyway? How do you view child support?
I think child support should be directly associated with caring for the child. And here's the thing: I'm not saying that every little dime that man give that woman goes, like, you have to spend it, because the thing is, like, somebody put it like this: if you get child support on the 15th of the month, that 15 days that before you got that child support, you was already taking care of that child. You was already
Right. So
doing.
in that situation that would be reimbursement.
You're not really reimbursing, because we know that the custodian parent pays more. You're just providing an avenue for support. I
Okay.
don't say
Okay. Okay.
reimbursement, because if you were reimbursing, you're nickel and dime and everything. So you saying I spent $15 on this, you
Okay.
giving me
Okay.
half of that, seven
Okay.
fifty.
Okay. Okay.
So I don't say it's actually reimbursement. I say that it's a percentage of money going towards the taking care of your child financially.
Okay. Okay. Regardless of when it hits the account.
Right. Regardless of obviously, ideally, if you was look at the child support system, the child support is set up to come out. You're supposed to pay on the first. Now, do they give you a little bit of gravy room on that? Yes, they do. You get 30 days before you're actually considered late.
Oh,
But
hold on. Let me hold you right
technically,
there. How exactly does that work? Does it are you getting paid in March for February, or are you getting paid in March for April? How
no.
does that
So
work?
they look at it like you pay your rent. Okay, so you
Okay.
you pay your rent monthly, right? On whatever you live in, you renting out a property.
Right.
You paying on the first, just to hold your position in that home for that 30 days or
Right.
31
Yeah, I
days, whatever.
understand. I understand that part because I'm on child support. I know when it comes out,
Right.
but I don't know when it's received. That's
Oh,
that's
I
what
can
I'm
tell you
asking.
that you ain't receiving, the woman ain't receiving it on the first. But the thing is,
Okay.
you should you should give it. I don't know if it's what is it? Is it taken out of your account?
No, it's
automatically?
out of my check. It's garnished.
Okay, so they garnishing it out of your check. So what they do is if it's garnished on the first of the month, probably by the fourth or the fifth, the mother or the custodian parent is receiving it. So it takes a
Do
little
they
bit to get
receive?
processed.
I get paid bi-weekly. Does she get the whole thing, or does she get half on the 15th and half on the first?
They usually I'm gonna be honest, I think they usually just pay it out total. So they don't have to,
Ah,
yeah.
so
So like
dang.
so
Okay, okay,
sometimes they
okay.
will hold it. They will hold it until all of it's received. It just
Got
depends
you.
on how the order is set up. Now, if your child support says bi-weekly, they might actually send it to. But most times they do. They want to do a lump payment.
A lump
You know,
payment.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
but
okay.
everybody's circumstance is different, especially if you got custodian parents who are complaining to the court system. They can make it very difficult on the non-custodian parent, and they can, you know,
It's probably
uh,
easy to keep record too if they just do it once a month too. Because
yes,
yeah,
yes, because
instead
you'll
of
show,
multiple payments,
yeah,
'cause
because
especially if you get paid every week, that's like 4 payments they gotta keep track of instead of just pooling it all together and then
right,
distribute it. Okay, that I understand now because like I said, I'm on child support. I got about a good 10 months to go.
ooh, you only got 10 minutes.
Only
God
got
is
10
good.
months. Only got 10 months.
Let
Oh, it's
let you
good.
file
It's
a
good now, but it was rough in the beginning. It was rough in the beginning. It
right.
was because they automatically when I filed for child support, they automatically put me in the hole $10,000. So
Because
I had to
they did retro pay,
they
right?
hit me with the retro. So I had to pay 10,000. I had to pay like almost $500 a month just to catch up. Let me just put it that way because um everything like that now. And $500 a month when you was making about goddamn $10 an hour, boy.
Right. Now let
That
me say
that
about that retro pay.
that shit hurt. And you got and you still got 3, 4 other kids to take care of. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That
Now,
shit that hurt, brother. But I made it through. I lost. Had to I filed my taxes, knocked that down, and then eventually I caught up. And then my child support dropped. It dropped and it got cut in half. It went from like four 480 a month down to 250 a month, something like that, and everything like that. And guess what happened?
what?
I got a phone call.
Well, listen. Let me tell you.
Hold on,
Let me
hold
speak on
on.
that retro pay. Let me speak on that retro pay, okay? Because
Wait a minute. Let
a
me tell
lot
you about my phone call.
of okay, go ahead.
I got a phone call talking about. Now we coming full circle. Now we coming full circle. I got a phone call. This is why I said what I said earlier to set this up right here. I got a phone call talking about the child support change and everything like that. Um, I'm gonna need some more child support and everything like that. So I'm looking at the phone and everything. I was like, more child support? What you mean? Yeah, like I think you need to pay more and everything because such and such is growing so fast and everything like that and everything. Hmm. I was like, huh, okay, that's interesting. See, and then I was like, well, if you if you would have looked out for me, you have a relationship with my other children. If you would have looked out for me, I probably would consider what you're talking about now. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
it was 1 year I was supposed to get back like 6,000 or something like that. I didn't get it back because it all went to her. So that year, that she filed her taxes, she got my taxes. So I know she probably had at least $13,000. If she would have been like, well, you know what I'm saying, let me hit him up and let me shoot him 12, 1500 because I know he got other kids, my child's brother and sister with him. If she would have did something like that, I probably would have been like, yeah, let's go to the court and get this child support adjusted. But no, since when the child support started, it favored her on the front end. The front end was loaded. But she, she one of those people that live for the weekend. She wasn't thinking eventually, or she might have didn't think I was gonna do it one, or she wasn't thinking this way. She wasn't thinking that one day he might pay this thing down and his child support gonna drop. And guess what? That's what happened. That child support dropped. It went from 500, almost 500 a month down to half that. So that means she had to make a lifestyle change because I know she was probably using that money to live, right? And everything. So that's why me personally, if y'all can't come to agreement, I suggest all men go put yourself on child support and go and get it on and knock it out. Now, I got lucky. I got lucky because when I put myself on child support, I think I was making like $10 an hour. So I got locked in at $10 an hour. So as the years went on, I started making more money. I was still locked in at $10 an hour and everything like that. I ain't gonna say on here how much I make now, but it's more than $10 an hour. But she can't really do nothing anyway because her last chance to get an adjustment was 2021. Because every 3 years you could go back to the court get an adjustment. So
You
I ain't
say
even worried
that.
about it. I'm in the home stretch. I got 10 more months to go. But I just said that, if it was all I'm saying, if it was one of those years, if she would have looked out, I probably considered what she was talking about. But the fact that n- nah, I wasn't making no money and you seen it tear my ass up. You wasn't looking out for me. So this is the agreement we made. The agreement was good at the beginning. So the agreement should still be good right now. I ain't changing nothing. We can go to court. Never went to court. That was 2019. I thought she was gonna
Mm,
take me to. That was 2019, but it's too late now. The last chance was to get it redone was 2021. 2021, yeah. November 2021. When November 2021 came, I was like, "Whew, I made it."
right.
Because if she would have took me, she probably would have got what she wanted. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad she was too lazy or whatever it was to take me back to court.
Well, I'm proud of you being responsible to go ahead and pay your child support off because there's many situations where a lot of particular men are indebted with this for almost a lifetime and
Yeah,
they
oh,
never
I
get
didn't.
caught.
That was see the one I'm talking about. I know she would probably be one of the ones that say she ain't never got nothing, and then I'm stuck with $30,000 debt. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Cause I ain't want. I thought that's the reason why I called the courthouse to put myself on because I ain't want to take that risk. I thought let me just go ahead and get it started so I get it over with, and that was
Well, that's really responsible though. Give yourself
that
a pat on the back for that because,
yeah, that
like
was
I said,
11 years
that's
ago.
hard.
11
Right.
years ago, and we almost done.
I think child support is not a bad thing. You know, I know it is. I know it might seem like, it, especially when a man or the non-custodial. I need to stop saying man and woman because we don't know who has the child most of it. But
Right.
um, we got to look at it like this. Let's just do right by the child. Let's be respectful one another, and like I was going to say about the retro pay,
Yeah.
um, the court system naturally favors that, and it's up to the person who's obviously the custodian parent to say whether they're going to take it or not. And technically, a lot of people will say, "Yeah, if I get that much money, I want it." But we also got to look at the circumstance of the both parents. If you got a, like you say, if you got an active parent who's trying, who's doing decent with their child, it's not, in my opinion, it's not going to benefit you by dragging them through the mud.
Right,
If
right.
the man is barely making it, or if he's making it just enough, and he's still taking care of his child, I think that should be considered. You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to have the dad just, it is some fathers out there just going to quit their job. They going to
Right,
quit the
right.
job. You take them, keep on taking them for money. They just going to be like, well, you ain't going to get nothing. And it's gonna be a disadvantage for the child regardless. So, you might as well work with each other than to try to go against each other when it comes to kids.
That's true.
Find
That's true.
work.
I would love to have a better relationship when it comes to that, but I just accepted it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost over with. I just 10 more months, and I could delete that number out my phone too.
Ah!
I'm looking forward to it, and then getting ready to hit that delete button. I don't have to deal with her no more. If I
Right.
as an obligation, I don't have to. It might be situations where it arise where I need to, but I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? So I'm good. I'm
Right.
glad that's almost over with. 10 more months, baby. 10 more months.
Well, there you go. You did the right thing, though.
Now I need to. You know what? I think I paid a little extra. I might get done a couple months early now that I think about it. But that's all good. I'm gonna check into it. But so yeah, let's do a little recap. We talked about a lot of good things tonight. We talked about the baby mama, baby daddy situation. Is it disrespectful? What have you, and everything. We all agree that it is. Child support. When it comes to tax money, we kind of somewhat agree when it comes to that, but I don't think we all fully agree. I believe if brother doing everything he's supposed to do and a little extra, go ahead and let him get 1,500 out of that 6,000. You know what I'm saying? Or if it's one child, let them get 1,000. You keep two. You know what I'm saying? You getting back 5,000. So what's 1,000? Let me get them a whole little something. So you gonna get more than that back throughout the year. That little 1,000, as a matter of fact, he just that's gonna just make him appreciate the situation, and probably dudes when you call them up, he be like, okay, yeah, no problem. You know what I'm saying? And then child support, if y'all can work it out and co-parent and come together and come up with a deal, that's good. But if y'all can't, I suggest every man that can hear my voice, just go ahead and put yourself on child support. It'll be easy to get it over with. Don't and just go to work, pay your support. My child support come out of another state. I don't know how it work in Florida. I don't. I got locked in at a flat rate. I hear Florida. Florida is percentage based on your how much you get paid or something like that. I don't or something or how many kids you got. I don't know, but so I kind of got lucky that I filed because that's what a kid was. A kid was in another state, so I just got lucky that I filed in another state, I guess. But yeah, once again, this is No Name Night Show. This is the fifth show. We appreciate everybody out there listening. Once again, y'all check us out at spoiledlifestyle.com. Miss Chrissy T or T Chris, whatever you going by this week. Every week is a new name. You got anything you want to add? Well, how can the people get at you? We know you're by the way, she's an educator. If you're in the Brevard County, especially the central Brevard County area, that's Rockledge, Vieira, Cocoa, Port St. John. If you in that area, Brevard, she's a tutor, and you can
Yep, certified
you
too.
can hire her if right.
Yes,
They
open
could get at you.
availability for the summer.
Yeah, she's available for the summer to keep those brains stimulated and
Right.
not vegetated. Um, so that was bars right there. But
That was
yeah, man, we appreciate you checking in every week. So when you take off for Puerto Rico,
I'm gonna be in Puerto Rico by 7 o'clock tomorrow night.
That's cool. That's cool. That's about a what hour and a half flight? What
No, it's actually 3 hours. I leave at 4.
3 hours
Yeah, 3 hour flight.
to go to Puerto Rico?
Yeah, Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. You hear me?
I
Yeah,
hear you. That's just surprising. What you flying on?
we fly Delta, but it's
Is it a
different parts.
layover
So,
somewhere?
huh?
Is it a layover in Miami?
No, it's 3 hours. There's no layover. It's a straight flight. Even to San Juan, it's I'm going to San Juan too. It's San Juan is about, I think it's still 3 hours. So it's about
Well,
3 hours.
maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. I'm thinking because I'm maybe my geography's messed up. I'm thinking Puerto Rico is closer than that, but maybe not. It is.
Well, you think because of United States, right? But no, I
Yeah,
mean,
from Florida,
right.
but
It's 3 hours. Yeah.
it's 3 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, safe travels out there. Thanks for chiming in. Thanks for everybody out there that's listening. And if you listen to this on replay, appreciate you could check it out on the Facebook page, No Name Night Show. You can also check it out on Spoiled Lifestyle TV on YouTube and on Spotify as a podcast. And till next time, y'all have a good week.
All right.
All right.
Have a
Good
good night,
night.
guys.
Peace.